like if you found the video valuable. When May Ellison's husband died, everyone called it an accident. A slippery step, a bad fall, a fractured skull. Tragic, but not suspicious. May didn't cry at the funeral. Not because she wasn't grieving, but because she'd already shed her tears years before, when the man she'd married had turned into a stranger. After the burial, May returned alone to the old Ellison estate on the edge of Pine Hollow, a town small enough that secrets still had corners to hide in. The manor was cold, creaky, and full of silence. Exactly what she needed, but on the second night, she heard it. A faint sound beneath the floorboards of the study, like paper shifting. She ignored it at first, told herself it was the wind, or rats, or maybe her imagination, but by the third night, curiosity outweighed caution. May pulled up the warped rug and pried open a loose wooden plank. Beneath it, wrapped in oilcloth and tied with string, was an old leather-bound ledger. Its pages were yellowed, each line written in her husband's precise handwriting. Names, dates, codes, payments, and a single phrase stamped in red ink on the first page. Balance must be paid. May sat for hours that night, reading line after line. Some names she recognized, townspeople, business owners. Others were strangers, but each entry was followed by a set of initials and what looked like dollar amounts. Blackmail? Bribes? Debts? Some names were crossed out. Others circled, and then she saw her own name. May E. $35,000, paid in full. Her blood ran cold. What debt had she owed? What had been paid? And by whom? She didn't sleep. The next morning, she drove into town and began asking questions. Carefully, casually. A few older residents stiffened when she brought up her husband's name. Never trusted that man, one whispered. Always had his fingers in other people's pockets. He helped me once, said another, eyes downcast. Said I'd owe him someday. Guess that day never came. Back at the manor, May dug deeper. She searched drawers, safes, even inside hollowed-out books. Each discovery led to more questions. Then, on the sixth night, someone broke in. She heard the glass shatter downstairs and grabbed the ledger, hiding it beneath her coat. Footsteps echoed through the halls, measured, careful, practiced. Whoever it was knew the layout. May crept to the attic and slipped into the crawlspace. She didn't breathe. The intruder moved through the house, heading straight for the study. The floorboard creaked. Silence. Then a curse. They were looking for the ledger. After an hour, the steps faded. A car engine started. Tail lights vanished down Parcel Road. May didn't sleep again that night. But she made a decision. The next day, she mailed copies of the ledger to the sheriff, the local paper, and a lawyer she'd once trusted. Then she packed a suitcase and left Pine Hollow behind. Weeks later, headlines exploded. Corruption ring tied to late Ellison estate. Ledger exposes decades of blackmail in Pine Hollow. Anonymous widow sparks investigation. May read every article from a quiet beach town across the state. She'd burned the original ledger. Let the town dig up its own dirt now. She was done living among ghosts.